Have you ever wondered what it would be like to possess the most coveted and terrifying power in the shinobi world? Today, we're diving deep into the Crimson Eye that has defined legends and tragedies, the Sharingan. This isn't just about cool-looking eyes and epic fight scenes. We're going to unravel the complete evolution, from its first awakening to its godlike final forms, and explore the heavy price its users have to pay. And stick around because we're going to ask a chilling question. What if the Sharingan existed in our world today? It all starts with a moment of intense emotion, a surge of powerful chakra flooding the optic nerves. A single Tamo appears in each eye. This is the first stage of the Sharingan. Suddenly, the world slows down. You can see the flow of chakra, perceive movements with incredible clarity, and even copy hand signs and jutsu you see just once. Think back to a young Sasuke Uchiha, desperate to protect Naruto from Haku. In that life or death moment, his Sharingan awakened. He went from being outmatched to predicting Haku's every move. This basic form is already a game changer, turning an average ninja into a formidable opponent. As the user trains and experiences more intense situations, the Sharingan evolves. A second Tamo appears, enhancing its perceptive abilities. The user can now track faster objects and copy more complex techniques. We see this with Sasuke during his battle with Rock Lee in the Chunin exams. Lee's incredible speed was too much for a one-Tamo Sharingan, but as Sasuke pushed his limits, his eyes evolved, allowing him to finally see through Lee's movements. The final stage of the basic Sharingan is the three-Tamo form. This is the fully matured eye, granting the user peak predictive capabilities, flawless jutsu replication, and the foundation for its most powerful Genjutsu. An iconic example is Kakashi Haddock, the copy ninja who used his gifted Sharingan to copy over 1,000 jutsu, earning his legendary status. With this eye, you're not just reacting, you're steps ahead of your opponent, almost like you can see the future. But this is where the path darkens. Beyond the three Tamo lies a legendary and cursed evolution, the Mangekyo Sharingan. It's not awakened through training or simple combat. It's born from the deepest trauma imaginable, witnessing the death of someone you love. The power it grants is immense, but the cost is devastating. Each user awakens unique, godlike abilities. Think of Itachi Uchiha. He unlocked the Amaterasu, inextinguishable black flames that burn anything to ash, and the Tsukuyomi, a genjutsu that traps a victim in a world of illusion where the user controls time and space. A few seconds in the real world can feel like an eternity of torture inside the Tsukuyomi. Shisui Uchiha possessed Koto Amatsuki, a subtle yet absolute genjutsu that could manipulate a person's thoughts without them ever knowing. It was so powerful, it could stop a war before it even started. Sasuke, after learning the truth about his brother, awakened his own Mangekyo. He gained control over the Amaterasu flames with an ability called Kagutsuchi, allowing him to shape and manipulate them. Obito Uchiha's Mangekyo granted him Kamui, a truly broken spacetime ninjutsu that allowed him to become intangible and teleport himself or others to a different dimension. This power made him virtually untouchable. And let's not forget the Susanoo, the ultimate defense and offense. When a user has awakened Mangekyo abilities in both eyes, they can manifest a gigantic, chakra-based humanoid avatar around them. It's like piloting your own personal god of destruction. We've seen its various forms, from Itachi's ethereal warrior with its legendary Totsuka blade and Yata mirror, to Sasuke's armored archer, and Madara's colossal, mountain-slicing titan. But this incredible power comes with a terrible price. Every use of the Mangekyo Sharingan causes the user immense strain and pain. Worse, it slowly steals their light, leading to inevitable blindness. The eye that sees all eventually sees nothing. The only way to escape this fate is through another unspeakable act, transplanting the Mangekyo Sharingan of a close relative, typically a sibling. This act creates the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Madara Uchiha was the first to achieve this by taking his brother Izuna's eyes. Sasuke later did the same with Itachi's eyes. This new eye retains all the original powers, but without the risk of blindness. It's a permanent state of immense power, born from the ultimate sacrifice and loss. It represents a complete descent into the Uchiha clan's curse of hatred, a cycle of pain fueling the quest for power. And even that is not the end. The journey of the Jutsu continues to its final, legendary stage, the Rinnegan. This is considered the eye of a god. According to legend, the Rinnegan is only awakened when someone who has the chakra of Indra Otsutsuki the Uchiha as ancestor acquires the chakra of Asura Otsutsuki the Senju as ancestor. Madara Uchiha achieved this by integrating Hashirama Senju cells into his own body, awakening the Rinnegan in his final years. Sasuke received it directly from the spirit of Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the sage of six paths himself. The Rinnegan grants its user the powers of the six paths, a set of divine abilities. The Deva path allows you to manipulate attractive and repulsive forces, like pain's almighty push and universal pull. The animal path lets you summon a variety of powerful creatures. The Preta path can absorb any form of chakra. The human path can read minds and rip out souls. The Asura path grants mechanized limbs and weaponry. And the Narka path can summon the king of hell for interrogation and restoration. Finally, the outer path gives control over life and death, with the ability to resurrect the dead through the Rinnegan birth technique. Sasuke's unique Rinnegan also retained his Mangekyo abilities and granted him a special spacetime jutsu, Aminata Jakara, allowing him to instantly swap places with objects or people. The Rinnegan is the pinnacle of ocular power, the very tool used by the Sage of Six Paths to shape the world. So, we've walked the path from a single Tamo to the eye of a god, but let's bring this into our world. Imagine the Sharingan existed today, forget ninjutsu. Let's talk about real-world implications. A basic Sharingan would create the perfect soldier, athlete, or spy. They could instantly master any physical skill, read an opponent's every twitch in a negotiation, and perfectly mimic any procedure after seeing it once. They would be unbeatable in hand-to-hand combat, unstoppable on the sports field. But the Mangekyo, that's where it gets truly terrifying. In an age of digital surveillance and information warfare, an eye like the Sharingan would be the ultimate weapon. Imagine a government agent with Shisui's Koto Amatsuki. They could subtly influence world leaders, rewrite ideologies, and end conflicts or start them without anyone ever knowing they were manipulated. Free will would become a myth. An agent with Itachi's Tsukuyomi could extract information from any target. A few seconds of interrogation would feel like years of psychological torture, breaking anyone's resolve. There would be no secrets. And what about Kamui, a power that allows you to become intangible and teleport? No vault would be secure, no fortress impenetrable. Assassinations could be carried out with zero evidence. A person could simply vanish from a locked room, never to be seen again. The Susanoo would render modern military hardware obsolete. Tanks, jets, even missiles would be useless against a walking fortress of pure energy. But the most chilling aspect would be the psychological cost. To gain this power, people would need to experience profound trauma. Would society start to manufacture tragedy to create these super soldiers? Would people willingly sacrifice their loved ones for power? The cycle of hatred that plagued the Uchiha would become a global pandemic. Our world, with its already fragile trust in governments and institutions, would shatter. The Sharingan isn't just a superpower, it's a philosophical dilemma. It is a mirror reflecting the darkest parts of human ambition. How much of our soul are we willing to trade for power? The story of the Sharingan is a warning. True strength isn't found in a magical eye, but in the bonds we form and the will to protect them without falling into darkness. What do you think? Would the Sharingan be a gift or a curse in our world? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Naruto, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.